Spit that was good, man. So this poem, so my name is G, but my real name is George.
It's not, no.
G isn't an Asian name or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So this poem, I always had that joke, but I realized that I need like a poem for this shit, right? So when I was a little boy, I was an energetic, fun-loving, creative, hard-headed, badass little kid with a mushroom cut. And the teacher said my behavior was like my last name, unforgettable. When I was around the age of a rascal, I remember holding my imaginary bat, hitting an imaginary home run, and running around imaginary bases in our neighbor's real-life garden. There was nothing imaginary about the ass whoopings. Yeah. See, now that I'm an adult, my parents love laughing about how my kid's gonna be 10 times worse than I could ever imagine. See, they named me George Yamazawa Jr. And when speaking about the future, they like to mention the possibility of my son being George Yamazawa III. But honestly, I kind of always hated the name George. It reminds me of some old dead white guy. Being a young, alive Asian boy was hard for me to make the connection. See, I realized that my first name didn't match my background before I knew how to spell assimilation. Now I'm smart enough to know that my parents dumbed down our identity so our family could fit into an American straitjacket society, choosing all the names that are latest in fashion. How about George or Jennifer, Emily, and George Jr. for the little one? How about we take the Hitoshi, Mayumi, Yumiko, Masao, and hide them in the middle of your name to make it harder for the people to find? See, on countless occasions, I've introduced myself as George, and people would say shit like, what's your real name, though? Wait. Aren't you Asian? That don't sound very ethnic. You don't look like a George. That's because my name wasn't given to me. It was given to the rest of the country. My parents just wanted to give me a gift without ungrateful tongues like childish hands ripping apart the pronunciation, the same way karaoke, karate, and futon were thrown into stocking stuffers and came out looking like karaoke, karate, and futon. See, in Japan, your last name comes first. There's an emphasis on family. In America, your nickname comes first. There's an emphasis on accessibility. So now, I go by G. But when I have my own little rascals, I'm going to name them something special, something to make his skin a little thicker than mine was, something to make people stumble on and guilt trip over, something to remind his classmates of the last samurai instead of the first president, something real Asian, something real ethnic, yo, something unforgettable.